and gentlemen, before we start this Malt Liquor video, I just want to say I'm going to be saying some shit that might irritate and annoy some of you. So, yeah, if you got to, go ahead and thumbs down, bitch in the comments. I don't really fucking care. It's my beliefs. I'm entitled to them just like you're entitled to yours. We're going to talk about that Orlando shooting in this video. So, those of you that feel touchy about this thing, you know, I don't know what the fuck to tell you other than shut this shit down right now. So without further ado, King Cobra people, Malt Patriot, listen to the sound of a fucking piece of shit, low-life murderer's neck snap. Malt liquor. Malt liquor. Malt liquor. Now, in case you hadn't heard, the other day in Orlando, Florida, a gay and homosexual nightclub known as Pulse. There was a mass shooting there by a 29-year-old by the name of Omar Matian, alright? This motherfucking scumbag coward piece of shit rolls up in there with a rifle and a pistol, or at least so the latest revision of the story goes, and he decides to open fire on a crowd of innocent people who just happen to be, you know, gay men, lesbian women, you know, homosexual people. And it's tragic, it really is, you know. Innocent people got mowed down by a guy who didn't respect, you know, their way of life. A guy who self-identified as a, you know, a supporter of ISIS, okay? A guy who was an extreme Muslim, an extremist. I don't know why the president won't just call him a fucking an actual terrorist, because it was an act of terror and hatred according to Obama, but he doesn't want to call this guy an Islamic extremist, a fucking terrorist, any of that shit, right? I don't know why, but we know the facts here, right? And I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to be like, well, that's why we need gun control, and people like you need to turn them in. I don't agree with that shit. I won't turn mine in. You're going to have to fucking take it from my cold dead hands. I ain't even joking with your ass. Malt liquor. Yeah, apparently this guy Omar, he had it out for the LGBT community. Used homosexual dating apps, had frequented this place a few times before he had gone in there and shot it up. He went in there with you know, a rifle, an AR rifle, as far as I know, and a pistol, and he killed 50 people and wounded 53 others. Is the last I heard on this, alright? Unfucking acceptable. Unacceptable. I mean, because listen, regardless of what your sexual preferences is, whatever you believe in, alright? They weren't hurting nobody. Those people that were in that club, they're fucking human beings, regardless of what, you know, who they choose to love in life. And for him to go and do that, I think is a fucking horrible act, and I hope the motherfucker, if there is a hell, I hope he's down there getting his fucking shithole plowed with a giant fucking metal rod that's preferably fucking just pulled out of the fire and glowing red hot. I really do, right? I'm trying to fucking put these thoughts together as I say them, and I don't want to come off as too cynical, but still, this is one of them times when, you know, sometimes hatred is justified with more hatred. You know, I fucking hate that motherfucker, as far as I'm concerned. I'm glad he's fucking dead. His fucking family apparently migrated here from Afghanistan. He was a citizen here, born here, but even his father, he's a big believer in the fucking Islam faith, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit, alright? And none of them motherfuckers are sorry about this, really. You know, they're not. I gotta say, when is enough on this type of shit, alright? We need to stop bringing in these fucking refugees and the rest of them, because this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? And ISIS has already fucking claimed responsibility for this shit because of that asshole. Okay? Guy goes in there, fucking starts shooting up the club, kills a lot of people, dies in a shootout with the police. I think death was too good for him, honestly. Even though I hope he's down in hell fucking burning a hot one up his cornhole I kind of wish this motherfucker would have lived, so that way he could have spent the rest of his life in fucking prison, worrying about dropping the fucking soap and shit. Malt liquor. You know, I don't wish that kind of fucking death on anybody. Know what happened to those people? They weren't fucking out there in the streets protesting or anything. They were in a club minding their own fucking business. And here's the catcher, alright? I gotta put this down on the fucking site. I know some of you are gonna be pissed. Whatever, like I said, I don't care on this video. He rolled in there, alright? With one of these. Okay? One of these. AR-15. Okay? That he got legally. I acknowledge that. But the thing was, he shouldn't have gotten it legally. He should have already been on a fucking watch list, okay? Some of you say, well, why? Because I know there's a lot of gun-grabbing motherfuckers out there that might watch this video and say, no, this is why we need to, you know, make it harder for people to get guns. Bullshit, okay? The president went on fucking record, because you know, like his buddy Eric Holder said, they'll never let a good tragedy go to waste in reference to gun control. Well, listen, the president was up there, you know, doing his speech, fucking salivating at the jaw, damn near, and he said, you know, quote, to actively do nothing is his decision as well, in reference to more gun legislation. Well, the way I see it, asshole, is that we the people did not fail those people in that nightclub, alright? The fucking government did. Okay, this Omar motherfucker, piece of shit lowlife. He had bought, and they said, 2 guns within the last 2 weeks before the shooting. He should never have been allowed to get a gun, alright? He was investigated not once, but twice by the FBI in recent years, okay? One of the times he was investigated was because he was spouting off to colleagues about his fucking terroristic ties and shit. Claiming to be a fucking terrorist is what I understand. Okay, he was investigated. They did nothing. Then he was investigated again because he had ties to a suicide bomber. Again, did nothing. Well, regardless, if he was let off on both, you would think that this man would have already been put on some type of list that says, no, he cannot own a gun right now. There's something going on with this guy. We can't find anything specific, but there is something going on that justifies this individual. We have a reasonable suspicion, all right, that this man may do something, you know, insane, just downright wrong, you know, horrific, like he did. I mean, how many of us, you know, are going to walk around and say, oh yeah, I fucking got ties to terrorists and, you know, apparently have ties to fucking Unabombers and shit. Nah, fucking bullshit. Bull fucking shit, right? The FBI failed this country. The fucking president's men, all them motherfuckers in the government failed those people in that fucking bar. This guy already had fucking issues. On top of that, he was known to beat his wife. He had pulled a knife on a guy and threatened to fucking kill him. I mean, he's already done things prior to this event that should have had enough red flags raised that should have stopped him from buying guns. But the people who could have stopped him didn't. Because of this PC bullshit culture that we're in right now. Right? It's not because of us, the people, so we're not the ones who should be punished because of this shit. Okay? I didn't fucking do it. I'm a lawful gun owner. Like 8% of all gun owners are some of the most law-abiding citizens on the fucking planet. Okay? This guy did not have good character. He did not have a good moral compass. He believed in the Quran and shit. And let me tell you something. The Quran, that Muslim belief and all that other stuff, is not compatible with the United States belief. We are one nation under God. Whether you believe in God or not, the fact is, this country is one nation under God. Okay? And so, in my humble opinion, I don't think that their beliefs are protected by the First Amendment, because you see what they do when they come here. Alright, Breitbart just had a couple of statistics out the other day, and I read their website from time to time, but they said that 99% of all the refugees that are coming to this country right now, 99% of them believe that Sharia law is the law of the land, and not our U.S. law here, not our laws on the books. They don't care about our laws. Their laws are all that matter. And guess what? They don't look too kindly on the homosexual community. They're okay with fucking goats and shit, but they ain't okay with fucking, two guys falling in love and shit. Malt liquor. And here's the irony about this shit, okay? Because as soon as this tragedy happened, Obama, his fucking Democrats and shit, and I know not all Democrats out there are in line with the government, just like not all Republicans are in line with the Republican Party, because let's face it, we all know, they're the same assholes in this day and age, just different colored ties. They're all the same flip-flopping motherfuckers like Bowski is with fucking malt liquor and craft beer, and I ain't even gonna cuss you out today. I'm just kind of sort of using you as an example on, a smaller scale of what these politicians do, Every 10, 15 years, they basically flip-flop on their fucking beliefs, and, people are none the wiser in this day and age. Keep telling people, man, read books and shit. Get an education. You gotta know where you come from so you know where you're going. Because, lo and behold, as soon as this shit happened, I just read an article earlier, alright? Paul Ryan, the fucking House Speaker, Paul Ryan, they had the moment of silence for what just happened in Orlando. And as soon as the moment of silence was up, the Democrats, people in the Democratic Party, were getting up and yelling there in the fucking, the Congress, I believe it was, I'm pretty sure it was in Congress, not the House side, but it was in Congress, yelling, where's the bill? They're all ready, man, for more gun legislation, more gun control. Yeah, these are the same motherfuckers that, guess what? The DNC, if you don't know the DNC, it's Democratic National Convention that's going on next month in Philadelphia at the end of the month. It's like the 27th to the 29th or something along those lines at the Wells Fargo Center in Philly. That Wells Fargo Center, you know what the Democrats wanted and they're getting? They want a motherfucking wall, a security wall built around the perimeter, better than the straight up just regular metal fence that they have, to keep undesirables out and to protect the event. They're going to have like a whole damn police force all around this motherfucking building too. They're going to have checkpoints and all this shit. They're going to have armed people around them with guns to protect them just in case some shit goes down. Yet these are the same assholes who are right now on fucking television spouting off, we need to stop fucking people from owning guns. We need to fucking make it harder for legal fucking honest individuals like myself to buy guns. I mean, the hypocrisy in that wall that they want to build around the DNC convention at the Wells Fargo Center, right there just shows you those motherfuckers are the biggest pack of fucking lying hypocrites on the planet. Because you know what? When Donald Trump has been, going off about building the fucking wall on the southern border and shit to keep illegal criminals from South America out, and refugees are starting to pour up through there too, they all called him racist and said that's a wall built on prejudice and hate. Yet when it suits their need, all of a sudden it makes sense. They even said it to keep undesirables out. I mean, fuck you. Alright, and again, I'm going to have to put this down on a fucking frame for a second. Tough shit. They're spouting off again. They want to find a way to outright ban these ARs, okay? They want to ban them. Because a piece of shit was allowed to get one because our government failed the people. Not because the people failed the people, okay? What I say to that is, okay? They ban these things. And let's face it, we all should know by now, registration leads to confiscation, okay? They start registering this, it's gonna happen like it happened in Australia years back, alright? They're gonna register them all and then they're gonna take them, and crime is gonna shoot through the roof, and then they're gonna have to fucking give them back. Well, they ain't gonna give them back, we're gonna have to buy more of them, but it's not gonna work. Because the fact is, criminals aren't gonna turn in their guns. They're not. Criminals already get their guns illegally for the most part. I mean, it's like damn near the same statistic. Like 99% of them can't get their guns legally. Alright? They buy them through Hum Dog, who ripped them off from, some fucking person, whatever the fuck, shaved the numbers and all that shit. bought him across the border, brought him over the border, thanks to Eric fucking Holder and his fucking Fast and the Furious gun running to fucking Mexican drug cartels that then came back across the border and used those guns to kill fucking American citizens and fucking law enforcement and border patrols, alright? Border patrol people. The way I look at it, if a criminal can get an AR, me, a United States citizen with a good record, honest fucking moral compass and shit, should be allowed to get anything they can get and surpass it to make sure that they cannot take from me what they did not help me to get. Malt liquor. Anyway, I know that I ain't shouting anybody out, but don't let these fucking assholes on the TV con you in to supporting stricter gun laws because of this incident, people. Because making it harder for law-abiding citizens to get guns is not the answer. Like I already said, the overwhelming majority of criminals can only get their guns through illegal means. And taking them and making them harder to get by U.S. citizens, legal people, legal gun owner type people, you know, that can pass the background checks and shit, is not the answer. And if anything, I would even go further. How about this? Instead of punishing those of us who have yet to commit a crime, which in itself is against the law, why not make the fucking laws on the books so damn harsh for people that commit crimes with guns that live through the fucking events that it sets an example, a precedence for the rest of them to follow, where they realize, man, is it really worth committing this crime with a firearm? Seriously. And here's my example on this, alright? I take college classes. I took one about a year ago. I'm a criminal justice major, a backup in correctional science, so I do know sort of what I'm talking about. Guy gets up in this class when we're talking about criminal law, and why the fuck this guy was even in the class, I still don't know. The teacher's jaw hit the floor. But we were talking about crimes that were committed with guns and the punishments that follow. We talked about a home invasion with a firearm, and a guy, it was about 20 years ago, and the guy got life. And we were talking about whether the crime fit the punishment. A lot of the people in the class said, hell no. No, that's, no. You know, just because he broke into somebody's house with a gun, which is amazing to me, but apparently the majority of the class thought the guy who broke into a person's house with a gun, in this case that we were going over, did not deserve life in prison because nobody got hurt. Well, a guy in the back of the class gets up, and I ain't even kidding you, he gets the fuck up and says, yeah, that's bullshit anyway, that would never happen today. The teacher's like, well, why? He says, and I ain't even kidding you, without batting an eye, which shows you that criminals aren't afraid of punishment in this country anymore, especially in states like California. He says, because last year, I broke into a woman's house with a shotgun, pointed the gun at her head, and took everything that she held dear. All her money and all that shit. All her jewels and all these things. He got caught about a week later because he was a dumb fucker. He got caught. And what ended up happening? He served 60 fucking days. That's it. Straight up home invasion. Threatening to kill people. I forget exactly what it's called at this moment, but I know it's a fucking felony. And the motherfucker only served 60 days. No wonder he wasn't worried about talking about his fucking incident. The motherfucker wasn't punished. You fucking do something like that, it should be an automatic life sentence at the very minimum. You do some other things, it should be the same thing. The punishment should be so damn bad that these fucking people, these would-be criminals that are watching the TV when the news glorifies this shit, should be looking at this going, fuck, man, maybe this isn't a good idea. Malt liquor. Anyway, I don't care how fucking long this video is. I'm gonna post it anyway. If you want to watch the whole fucking thing, you watched it this long, thank you. If you were looking at this like, man, it's a 25 fucking minute video, which it very well could be at this point. I don't fucking care either. I got a lot to say about these issues because, damn it, I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in the Constitution, right? And I got nothing against homosexuals. I ain't got nothing against anybody that doesn't want to fucking harm me. If you don't want to harm me, and you just want to do you, then you do you. You want to be a heroin addict? Well, then fucking go ahead. But you better have some type of insurance policy that says when you finally overdose, the poor son of a bitch that has to clean your fucking goopy ass dead body up off your fucking, bathroom floor, at least gets enough pay to justify the nightmares he's gonna have later. You want to be a homosexual? Absolutely, go fucking right ahead. Don't care. I personally don't care. I know there are a lot of people that are, hardcore, religious, that don't believe, homosexuality is right. But again, these are people that are hypocrites as well. If you don't like the homosexual, community and all that stuff because you think it's wrong because your Bible tells this, remember this: your Bible clearly tells you, nobody can judge them but God. So why the fuck are you? If they're not harming you, who fucking cares? This fucking Omar Mateen motherfucker should have realized that. They weren't trying to fuck him apparently, because there's many interviews now that said he was some socially awkward guy anyway, and most of the people in that bar that saw him more frequently, they didn't like talking to this motherfucker because they said there was something off about him. If they're not bothering him, he should have been bothering them. Same with the fucking, this shit. Right? I'm not bothering you, don't fucking bother me. You watch the video, you fucking care enough to fucking comment, but remember this: 99% of you motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck what you think. And if you want to bitch in the fucking comment section about how I'm wrong, you cared enough to fucking write a comment. I don't give a shit enough about you as a human being to fucking respond. And those that fucking do have my respect, you obviously know I'm not talking about you, so don't get your fucking, shit in a twist. Malt liquor. I would just like to bring up one more point. I know, big time fouls, sorry. Right here, my beloved Mossberg 500. Yeah, safety always, people. My beloved Mossberg 500, right? You ban this from a guy like me, or anybody that is a true dedicated fucking gun owner. And let me tell you something. You're not stopping us anyway. The only way gun control would have ever worked is if guns were never invented. But you know what? Just like in other countries where they're not allowed to have guns, and they brag about how their gun crimes are so low, they neglect to tell you that, hey, guess what? Crimes committed with blunt objects, knives, and everything else that they can get are fucking just as high as the gun crimes here in America. Okay, you take that Mossberg away from me? Bitch, please. I can go into fucking Home Depot with $20 fucking dollars. Sorry, not Home Depot, they didn't endorse me. I can go into a hardware store with $20 fucking dollars, and I can walk out with the necessary components to build a functioning shotgun that I would be competent, could fire more than one shell if I needed it in some type of shit hits the fan situation. So again, what the fuck good is banning a certain type of rifle? Because you can build a fucking AR with parts from a hardware store, believe it or not. You actually could. If you're fucking mechanically inclined, you can actually do it. I ain't fucking bullshitting you. And you could actually build a fucking AR platformish, type of rifle for less than $50. The fucking plans are out there on the internet, people. I ain't even fucking joking with you. So, the fuck good is this gonna do? Because there are smart criminals out there. And they know this shit too. It ain't just me. It ain't just you. Malt liquor. Anyway, if you stuck with me this long, thank you very much. We are at the swill. 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 Longest video I've ever made. Don't care if I lose subscribers over it. Whatever. It is what it is. Sir Walty. Malt Liquor, Malt Patriot, thank all of you for watching. Yeah. Malt Liquor. Malt Liquor. Land of the free because of the brave, people. Malt Liquor. Ugh.